We'll move on to the biggest disappointment of the season so far. So the first nominee, West Ham, the new stadium, last year finished 7th under Slaven Bilic. They were an outside chance to kind of make the Europa League. I think that would be fair to say. Last year with their performances. Brought in Arnautovic for 20 million from Stoke, Chicharito from 16 million from Bayern Leverkusen, and Joe Hart on loan from City via Torino. So a pretty strong side.
Pretty big. There's some big names there. You'd expect more.
And then to get trounced on opening day as well, 4-0. A little bit, underwhelming start. And then, to be fair, their first 3 games of the season were on the road. They lost all 3. But at the same time, for a club that was, they're expecting to be challenging. I think inside West Ham, they're kind of expecting to be challenging for like a top 6 place.
Yeah.
But yeah, for them to sit as low as they do now, which we'll once again get to a little bit later on.
Comparing their team from last year and you think, okay, how can you make it better? Those 3 signings, okay, that team looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's a shock to see them
definitely
sitting where they are.
Well, how would you feel like if you were Bilic in this situation, like doing so well over the past 2 seasons, like year before they finished 12th, and then last year 7th, and then so there's been definite improvement, and then to have the board tell you early in the season, like, don't worry, you're safe until the end of the year, and then to get sacked, like, do you feel like he's getting cut off from like a work in progress, or
it's just the way it is
kind of fair game?
Look at Chelsea.
Yeah,
that's the way it is.
No, fair enough.
Can't really like.
I mean, if it was work in progress, then with the signings they made, they probably should have done a bit better.
Yeah.
Loyalty's not really a thing now.
Yeah.
No.
The board shouldn't have said you're safe. The board should have just said... The board should never say you're safe because who knows what happens in the next 5 games.
I feel like the safest thing for the board to say is like, we'll take it as it comes and, understand it.
Week by week.
Yeah, that's the easiest PR answer to get out of. But the other one, we're looking at Newcastle United, who went down and then came straight back up to the Premier League. And I mean, me personally, kind of expect them to finish mid-table.
Yeah.
Almost like, nothing outstanding, but when you got a incredible coach in Rafa Benitez, a pretty decent side. Like, they're not going to, make the Champions League or Europa League, but at the same time, you got Joselu coming across from Stoke, and then some pretty decent midfielders. John Joe Shelby's still there, and expect them to move a little bit further up the table, but they're currently sitting 3rd last from the bottom, and definitely not where they want to be, because they've lost 8 of their past 9, but they're also up for sale, which is kind of it's like this internal drama, because a lot of the fans hate the current owner.
And there's a lot of fans.
Yeah.
So yeah, big fan base.
Yeah, Newcastle upon Tyne are probably the biggest supporters in England. Probably Liverpool's up there as well. Anfield goes crazy. I know Arsenal's, definitely not in that top region.
Man City maybe?
Yeah, Man City probably. So you'll throw that in the mix. But similar sort of question for Newcastle. Do you expect them to get relegated, really? Do they stay up?
No, they won't go down again.
It's possible. I mean...
it's very... Okay. I just don't think they'll do it because... The effort you have to put, the mental strain from going down to then go, we shouldn't be in this league, but we're going to win it and go back. It's too much to just go down again.
I've got faith in Rafa. He's a good coach. I reckon he could do it.
I feel like the one thing that is going to be a little bit stressful for them, because in the space of a month, they have United, Liverpool, and Spurs, and that's towards the end of the season as well. And I feel like those are 3 games they're probably not going to win. So that's 9 points gone. I feel like obviously there's space in between where they make up the gap, but at the same time, it is going to be a little bit tough for them.
Hopefully after January, Rafa can make some good signings. Or
Yeah, well, if they do get the buyout, I'm pretty sure the lady who's buying them also was a intermediary in the purchase of Manchester City. Ooh. So she has a lot of money on her hands. And, if she's willing to splash the cash, then Newcastle really should go for it.
That'd be interesting to see.
So last nominee goes to Liverpool, but more so their lack of signings in the off-season. Outside of Mohamed Salah, more of a focus on Dejan Lovren. But then
defensive signings just is appalling.
More so, Virgil van Dijk coming across from Southampton.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
They bought Klavan. Don't know from where.
Yeah.
Should have stayed where he was. Should have put in effort to get Van Dijk, because it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
Matip... How would they have worked it if they bought Van Dijk? Who would be the centre-backs?
I feel like Lovren would have stepped right out because, he had a shocker against Spurs. Like, it was around the 33rd minute. I think he got subbed off.
Matip wasn't playing that good.
No.
That's the thing. They need 2 new centre-backs because all of them are rubbish. Matip is slow. Lovren just has these mental lapses. And Klavan is just...
Yeah,
he's
I feel like the best of the 3 would be Klavan. I don't know, Matip just reminds me of like a giraffe on skates.
Klavan could get better with a really good player next to him. Whereas the other 2 are just shit no matter what.
But yeah, I mean Van Dijk. I mean, it was essentially done and dusted from what I remember.
It was a last minute dropout by Van Dijk. You know, the Liverpool connection. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think? I mean, Liverpool doing fairly well this season so far. Does Van Dijk really?
That's the thing.
Like, where does he take them? Does he take them to the next level? Because he's a fantastic
well,
centre back.
He's a good centre back, but is he the one that could be like fix everything?
It's Liverpool's issue.
Yeah.
They can score a lot. They just have to. Liverpool's strategy is score more than we concede. It's not don't concede.
Yeah.
Like win like 8-5. We still won though.
Take it 3 points. It's
Honestly,
3
I reckon
points.
they should have looked at Pepe.
Yeah. No, definitely.
He finished his contract at Madrid.
Yeah.
Went to Besiktas. Come
yeah,
on,
he's
man.
in Turkey now. Like,
Pepe, he came off 2 champions.
That would have been a perfect signing.
No, he's got the experience, and well, he's definitely vocal, so not afraid to speak his mind.
That's the thing. I put more faith in Klopp to get more players, better players. He just came out of nowhere with these garbage signings.
Yeah.
He's doing it like a Rodgers. He's trying to make a really good. He's trying to make like a Man City out of
like a bargain team. Can't do that.
No,
the only reason he did it with Dortmund. That's why.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's playing Milner left back, and then Trent
Alexander
Arnold. There we go.
But then again, in Dortmund, he had a young Lewandowski, which you could see this guy's gonna be a freak. Young Goetze.
Liverpool in Germany would come second too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's just one really good team, and then
Munich,
and then all the other teams are like.
Yeah, then you got like
probably 5th, 6th Premier League.
RB Leipzig out of nowhere, but outside of that,
well, to be fair, they do have what's his name, Naby Keita coming next year.
Yeah, oh man,
I want to see how he performs.
Another big signing. Gosh. All right. Well, do we have a decision in terms of the biggest disappointment so far for the season?
The ball.
Yeah.
Nah, probably. I'm still frustrated with Arsenal.
Yeah. Well, go on. Yeah.
No, honestly.
Yeah. Go.
They've just had all these. They've had all these chances to like. Okay, they bought Lacazette, right?
Yeah.
It's not even now the buying issue. It's buying the right things, which they are doing.
Yeah.
And then not using it right.
Yeah.
It's just like
I would have
put another. They just.
I would have put Everton as a big disappointment.
Yep.
I don't know, have like probably 13 new signings, spent almost $1 billion, and I don't know where they're finishing at the moment. They're struggling for points.
Well, Koeman copped it, and then Sam Allardyce, definitely. I mean, he came in and
he's a shining light. Allardyce is a saint.
He comes in, saviour job, but Everton right there. Arsenal definitely not quite the season we anticipated. Considering the signing of Lacazette, there was that one game where he didn't start. I think he didn't start Lacazette or Sanchez. Sanchez was still injured, quote unquote, and then Lacazette for some reason was on the bench, and that
was a Liverpool game, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty sure where we got pumped 4-0. So
we had the best players on the bench just sitting there. He's playing Coquelin in the midfield.
I don't know. Wenger will get to in the weeks coming, I think, but